What's going on, guys? DZROKS here. We're back with another Droppin Knowledge. This time we're going to talk about musicality, and I'm going to give you 3 tips to improve your musicality. So, musicality has always been one of my favorite parts about dancing, and it's a really important part to me, so I figured I'd share some tips for all the dancers out there who want to improve upon it, or at least these are some of the tips and things that I did to help improve my musicality. So, here we go. First tip is learn the instruments. That is first and foremost because you want to make sure that you have an understanding about what is being played in the song, and understand what instruments are making up the song. Like taking the drums and breaking those down as to what instruments which parts of it could be being played at that time. You have the kick drum, the snare, the hi-hat, the crash, the toms. You have a lot of different things that could be being played at the time, and if you understand drums, then you're able to articulate it a lot better when you're dancing, because you have a grasp as to how that instrument works and how it's played and the sounds that it makes. So just like with the bass guitar, regular guitar, or a cello, violin, there's a lot of different instruments, so if you're able to at least identify the instrument in the song and have a grasp on how they work, not saying you got to go out and go learn each instrument, but I don't advise against it, but not saying you got to do that, but you want to make sure that you're able to identify the sound and understand how the sound works with the music and in the song and how the instrument is played, because it's going to give you a better understanding on how you could possibly move to it and how you can really show the beat and show that instrument and how it's played and the sound that it makes to whoever your audience is. So first and foremost is learn your instruments. Tip number 2 is timing. You want to make sure that you are understanding the timing of the music and understanding where your timing is with your movement, and you want to try to syncopate them perfectly, basically. The biggest thing about musicality, when you see it, is timing. It's when people are able to pretty much do whatever they want to do, and they can even just stop on just to and just catch that top just perfectly, that snare or whatever it is. They're able to just catch it perfectly, and that is like the key for the most part about musicality. You want to make sure that the timing that you're dancing on is right on. You don't want to be a little bit off. You want to make sure that you're taking your time through the music, taking your time to hear it and understand the pattern and understand how much space there is before the beat, how much time there is before the beat, on the beat, and after the beat. You want to make sure. Timing is very important. You want to make sure that you're just taking your time. No pun intended. You want to make sure that you're going through it slowly, taking your time, going through the beat, and stretching the beat out, and just trying to be as exact as possible. Tip number 3 is learn the patterns and learn how to count music. Learning how to count music, you just need to know it as a dancer, because it's going to give you, that's always going to be your cue, and you're always going to know where you are in the music because you know what counts you're on. And it's just simple counts: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and understanding where that is. Music is made up of measures, and they're counted in eighths. So you want to make sure that you have an understanding of counts, so you never get lost in the song. And on the other side, you want to make sure that you, not on the other side, but learn the pattern. Learning the pattern of take the instrument, as we said, learn the instrument, identify the instrument, learning the pattern, you want to make sure that you identify the instrument and you listen to the pattern that is being played in its entirety over all of the measures. Okay, so the pattern you want to, it's going to have the start point, and it's going to repeat at some point. You want to figure out where that repeat point is, and make sure that you're understanding the pattern that is being played. Let's take the kick drum. The kick drum can start boom boom, boom cat, boom boom for an 8 count, and then it goes into the next part and just goes boom 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 cat, boom cat, boom 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 cat, and then it starts over boom cat, boom boom cat. You just learn without repeating that third part. You just learn that pattern right there, and it's just gonna repeat. So once you learn the pattern, you're able to dance to it at any point. You're able to switch off from each instrument and each pattern that they're being played in and not get lost in it. So learning the patterns and learning to count is very important, because it'll always keep you in track with where the song is, and it will keep you in tune as to the pattern that you're trying to dance to. So learning the patterns and learning the counts is very important. That is tip number 3. Alright guys, that is it. Those tips that I have for improving your musicality. First one is learn your instruments. Very important. Know what you're dancing to. Number 2 is know the timing. Know the timing that you're dancing to. Know the timing of the music, and really try to syncopate those two. Number 3 is get with the patterns. Make sure that you learn it. Make sure that you are learning how to count the music. It's very important. Hopefully those 4 tips help you guys out. If you have any other questions, leave me a comment. If you liked it, give me a like. Subscribe to the channel. There'll be plenty more tutorials, dropping knowledge, freestyles, all other than that, I am DZROKKS, signing out.